that hot tub. Gonna get you hot tub. I'm gonna make it wet. Say hot tub. Rubber dub and hot tub. Rubber dub with me. Try to get the hot tub.
Yeah.
Really make me sweat.
Yeah.
Try to get the hot tub.
Get in.
Really make me wet.
Hey, well. Good morning and welcome to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Tommy Santamont, one of my favorite people in the whole wide world. The legendary State Hall of Famer. Hi, Tommy. You look good. You look good.
Sad day for me.
Very sad day.
Very sad.
And we got the one and only Jeremy Pridgeon from my home city. Used to be a great place, Montgomery, Alabama. He was at one of the biggest.
I'm not from there. I went through there.
You stayed there for a while. He got out in time. You were at one of the biggest, most famous churches in Montgomery, and you did an incredible job there. I knew people that knew you then. Back in the day, what year did you start in Montgomery?
I was there. I call it 2 tours of duty.
What was your first one?
From 02 to 08, and then 15 to 19.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Unbelievable. Of course, today is the anniversary of an unbelievable event that happened in our life. Paul Bear Bryant was born 1913. My hero, Paul Bear Bryant, was born on this day. And, of course, I will never forget the phone call. I'm watching film. My mother was alive. She called and said, "Do you know what's going on?" I said, "No, what?" She goes, "We're at war." And I said, "What?" I go turn the TVs on, and then all of a sudden, the entire school finds out about it. Every TV on, every classroom was watching it. It was quiet. Everybody's like, "What is going on?" It was something we'll never forget. And what a day, man.
Never forget where you were on this.
Was it 24 years ago? Mm-hmm. Tommy, you were still working at the school board, weren't you?
We just had a health meeting in the school board office. I was walking out, and there was a TV, and that's when we first saw it.
And that was a sad time, and God bless all those people, keep them. All the families were affected with that. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Where were you at? When did you find out?
I was sitting in theology of Methodism at Emory University, and had a student come in that said, plane hit the World Trade Center. Initially, we just thought it was a horrific accident, some terrible air traffic controlling that went wrong. But shortly after, of course, we learned that was not the case. And so I still remember driving around on interstate there in Atlanta, and you see all these signs they give you for traffic, and the one that just stuck with me was national emergency, all airports closed.
Oh yeah,
and you drive by the Atlanta airport, as well as I do. I mean, you just count the planes coming by. They're buzzing you right as you go by there, and there was.
And that never had been done before, right?
No, shut the whole airspace down.
Yeah, my daughter was a flight attendant at the time. We didn't know where she even was.
Yeah.
So we didn't know what was going on.
Didn't Louise do that too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's how y'all met, right? Did you hear the story about that? It was Elvis Presley was actually on the plane coming back from Hawaii. Louise saw him. He was sitting 2 seats ahead of Tommy in first class, and she says two most beautiful men she's ever seen. And she got the best.
No, she wanted to marry Elvis.
Yeah, I did too. I was kidding. Anyway, Wildcat, do you remember where you were at 9/11?
I do. I was getting ready to do some stuff for CBS on the satellite, and I was trying to order equipment and blah, 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 blah. And then, so I was watching CBS when it happened. And then a friend of mine called me up, and then that's exactly when the second one hit.
All right, I got to go over this real quick. Give me a little second before we get rolling here. We got a great show lined up for you. Jeremy Pridgeon was with us, Tommy Santamont, Wildcat. 8:15, Andy Burcham, all about the Auburn Tigers. Tigers are back. All you Auburn fans out there, you should be feeling really good about yourself. Get through this one. Sets up an unbelievable, huge game next week in Norman, Oklahoma. Kickoff time, I believe, is going to be 2:30 on ABC. That's going to be an unbelievable football game. Just got to get through this week. A lot of big games this week going on.
We're going to talk to Coach Whitten.
Coach Whitten, 8:15, all about Mosley High School. It's a Mosley Day here. But if you're an athlete or anybody else, tell you about this. 68% of all prisoners, you've been arrested, you're a football player, whatever, you get arrested, 86% people that have been arrested and are released they're all 68% of them will be arrested again within 3 years. Within 3 years. 79% will be arrested within 6 years. 83% will be arrested again within 9 years. Once you've been arrested, you've been in jail. This is statistics. This is facts. And all these judges that let these people out, they know what the hell they're doing. This is not, they know they've been put in power by Soros, Obama, and those people. This is all planned out. Everything you see, wake up. This is happening for a reason. That little girl that was stabbed to death on that train, how many times that guy been arrested?
14.
Yeah, all the negative press about the blue cities, the blue states, all that stuff. And what happens yesterday? What happened yesterday? Who they killed yesterday?
Legend Charlie Kirk
in a red state.
Got killed.
I don't care what anybody says. All this crap we're seeing is all planned out. They trying to shut us up. I'm pissed off about what happened yesterday.
Well, there's a lot of people that way. A lot of people.
Excuse me, Jim.
No, it was a terrible day yesterday.
Yeah, anyway, I had to get that off my chest. I'll shut up now, but it's just sad what we see. You better wake up. You better take your country back. We're at war. And what about the 40,000 Chinamen, military age, that are still in this country? What the heck? What are they here for? I still think we got some problems ahead of us. Some big things going to happen. Anyway, keep your eyes, sit with your, go to a restaurant somewhere, have your back against the wall, make sure you got a gun on you. And now I was shut up with my morning rant.
And get your butt back to church.
Yeah, Jeremy.
Well,
Can I get an amen, Jeremy?
Yeah. Yesterday, a couple of things have shifted. I was thinking about 9/11, 2001. It was sort of a coming of age of a different type of this sort of global war on terror, type of dynamics there, and extremism in any form, just should be rejected. We've got a great, rich faith community here in Panama City, a lot of diversity, obviously, in area like ours. And now we're dealing with this other shift where we know what's happening around the world in real time.
Yeah.
We didn't have that. If you dial that back even 25 years ago, it might have been some time before any of this would have been known and people react to it. Now it's happening in the moment, and within seconds, we're trying to process all of this that's happening through technology. And the speed at which it's happening is unbelievable. And the images, good Lord. I've been told I don't need to see any of the video, and I don't. I've seen enough people die. I don't need to see that. But, just that it's there in,
and they're showing it too.
Yeah. It's desensitizing to life. And, all of our great religious traditions have a value on life. And extremists happen in any group. And that's unfortunate. And they've got platforms now that can get in the hands of every single person in a matter of a few seconds.
That's right.
And the first of that 24 years ago, we were all glued to televisions. God forbid something like that happened today. We're all glued to phones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Yep. You're right. Anyway, I got to get off that. If not, I'll really get myself in trouble, which I really don't care anymore. I'm just sick of what's going on. Another thing that's happening, did you see it out there in the Gulf? The temperature of the water is the hottest in history at this time of the year. This was on 9/9/25, and they said that the winter tornadoes could be bad this year because of the heat of the
if there's not a hurricane to transfer that heat out, then it'll juice up the fronts that come through.
And we'll have some bad tornadoes.
No.
On some other good positive notes, these games. Jeremy, I got to tell you what you did. You did a really good job. Dr. Ward knocked it out of the ballpark. This is incredible. 21 out of 22 picks were correct. Wow. Jeremy Pridgeon was, make sure I got this right, 18 of 22, which was better than most. The only other person that beat you, Glenn Manley had a great week, 20 of 22. Brian was 19 of 22. Jason was 20 of 22. I was 18 of 22. But anyway, Jeremy, actually, you and I tied. The game that got us, one of the games that got us was Kansas I thought about going with the SEC homer, but I didn't. I went with Kansas. I just thought the quarterback.
For about 3.5 quarters, we were right.
Yeah. What about Arizona State?
I don't think that counts.
We should have wrote that down. What about Arizona State, though, going into Starkville and Mississippi State putting it on? That last play at the game, that pass reception, that was incredible, man. That's great. And they'll get another win this week. They're going to be 3-0. Mm-hmm. Now, the rest of the year, I don't know if they can.
Who knows? Yeah. But that was a remarkable
That's the first
weekend.
chance that Tommy's had to gloat over the FSU win with us.
Tommy's not that way. Tommy's first class in everything he does. He told us before that this team was going to be good. You said that.
So I'm assuming Dr. Ward missed South Florida.
Yes, yes.
I guarantee you missed that one.
That was the one.
Did you hear what I said Monday? I thought it was great. Nobody laughed, but I did. I said that the board and the Alabama staff all wrote a thank you note to
So
that was a good game.
So in the church, the colors changed through the year in our tradition here. Okay, so the colors changed to green with the gold accents there. And I went to several of the Florida fans. I said, "No, look, this is planned. This is part of the calendar. It has nothing to do with what happened last night in Gainesville."
Yeah, right.
Sure.
Low ties.
The last time South Florida was invited to Gainesville to play.
But do you think? I watched the Florida game. Did you watch the Florida game? I watched almost every play.
I didn't watch the whole game.
I was
gone,
shocked at Lagway's passing. I was like, man, I had him up for the Heisman. I thought he was the best quarterback in the SEC. He still could wind up being that way. Maybe just had a bad night. Maybe the injury's part of it. I don't know. Mark McLeod said they should have played him longer in the first game because he's been out so much with the injuries and stuff like that, which makes a good point. But the difference between Alabama versus Florida State and Florida and South Florida is better than what people think.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They got a good ball club. That guy's a good coach.
Look, we went down to Tampa a couple of years ago and barely got out of there.
Should have lost.
Yeah.
Should have lost. But Jim, what I'm getting at, Tommy, Florida players played hard. They just weren't like Alabama. They weren't soft. They played hard. You had 2 touchdowns called back. You had a guy they undisciplined, spitting on somebody, kicked out of the game. The penalties getting called back, and then the play calling at the end. Some of the play calling was crazy. What did you guys think when he threw it on first down? But I will say this, it was open. It was just a terrible throw. He was open, so the call was not terrible. But I'd have ran the ball just to melt the clock. I would have. I tell you, I'd have done that.
Yeah, you want that clock to get to 0 and then get out of there.
Well, they run off 40 seconds instead of a minute. Or
You're right.
Yeah, it's
it makes a difference.
Big time.
Keep
Well,
it
Lagway, last year the thing that impressed me the most about him is his poise.
Yeah,
he would just stand there like
As a true
nonchalantly
freshman.
and just throw it.
Yeah.
And just didn't even get upset or anything. He's just very poised.
What about this week? And people won't think I'm crazy. It won't shock me a bit if Florida beats them. It won't. They got some players coming back that had been banged up. Now, their defensive front's thin. I get that. And it is going to be a Saturday night in Baton Rouge. I do think LSU's really, really good. But it won't shock me. Anything college football this year is not going to shock me.
See, LSU will be playing with 2 extra players because it's at night in Baton Rouge.
Yeah, really.
I mean,
Really.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough.
All right, we get back. We'll get anyway, keep all those families, 9/11 that went through that, and the young man that was killed yesterday and his family, keep them in your prayers. And pray for our country. And make sure you look in wherever you go, whatever you're doing, be careful, know what you're doing. Be aware of the situation you're in, because right now we're living in crazy times. But right now, I tell you where you can have a safe time, have a wonderful time, is at Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. I love Pat Perno, the city commissioner over there, is absolutely incredible. If you're a Mosley Dolphin, get out there before the game. Have a little pep rally. Have a big pregame meal. Head out to the game, wherever it's a away game or a home game. Doesn't matter. Just get there a little bit earlier. That place is incredible. College football, that's the place to go watch games in Lynn Haven. NFL, same thing. There is a game tonight, NFL game tonight. And their wings, people call Beef O'Brady's Lynn Haven, they want to get huge orders to go. Pat said, that's fine. Come on down and get them. And they do that. Have a party at home or have a party right there at Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. And you're already down that way anyway. Let's go get some fine jewelry.
105 days till Christmas. I feel like I'm doing some kind of countdown. with Dave Clark or whatever. But 105 days till Christmas, a new selection, free jewelry inspection, free jewelry cleaning, and it all happens at David Adamson Designer Jewelry, 830 Highway 77 in Lynn Haven.
Lynn Haven. Get out there and have a great, great time. Also, 1 in 5 develop skin cancer. It can be deadly. Do what the expert picker does, and that is Dr. Ward. 21 at 22, incredible. But if it doesn't look right, feel right, don't put it off. There's offices throughout the panhandle of Florida. All it takes is 5 minutes. Call Dr. Ward, set yourself up with an appointment. Tell you what, it can save your life. The guy's incredible. Listen to him every Wednesday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. And I love the J. Michaels studios that we're in right now. The legendary J. Michaels. Got to talk to him yesterday a little bit. It was packed out yesterday for that world famous spaghetti. It was also packed out last night. I couldn't believe it. We wouldn't got picked up an order to go. That spaghetti is unbelievable. If you never had it, you need to go check it out. Special sauce is incredible. But they have the best seafood, coldest beer, the legendary J. Michaels. We'll be right back. Jeremy's with us. Tommy's with us. Coach Witten will be with us alongside the one and only Wildcat. God bless Wildcat. We'll be right back.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida is your home for the NFL.
Touchdown, Denver!
We bring you the biggest games every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday night.
Oh, he's got the first down!
Plus, we'll broadcast more college football games than ever before.
He did what?
Live NFL and college football play here.
Unbelievable!
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Touchdown!
This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Thursday. For this afternoon and evening, mostly sunshine and a high of 88 with a gentle breeze around 9 miles per hour out of the north-northeast. Tonight, clear skies with lows around 72. Tomorrow, sunny with a light breeze and a temperature near 89. Moving into Saturday, about the same with a high of 88 and sunny. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Are you hungry for authentic Mexican cuisine? Then come to El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill, where we serve up the freshest, most flavorful dishes on the beach. El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill, a great location, comfortable atmosphere, and happy hour from 3 to 7. Buy one, get one free, regular margaritas and 12-ounce house drafts. And you're going to love their lunch specials, Monday through Friday from 11 to 3. Plus, live music Wednesdays and Saturdays starting at 5:30. El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill, Thomas Drive, across from the Navy base.
And 10908 Front Beach Road.
Every love story deserves a perfect beginning. At Tracy's Fine Jewelry, we believe that your engagement ring should be as unique as your love. Explore our vast selection of certified natural and lab-created diamonds, each hand-picked for brilliance and beauty. Whether you desire the timeless allure of one of our hand-selected engagement rings, or you'd like to custom design the perfect ring, visit us today and let our experts guide you in finding the ring of her dreams, because love deserves the best. Tracy's Fine Jewelry, where love sparkles.
Stay out of his lane and stay off his yard.
Believe me, this man is a menace. He's always drinking, starting fights.
The Coach James Hale Show live from the J. Michaels Studios.
Don't turn it off!
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest. It's Mosley Day. Every Thursday's Mosley Day. It's also Auburn Day. Andy Burcham, 8:15, the voice of Auburn Tigers. Looking forward to that, and I always look forward to visiting Coach Witten. He has built a program like no other over there at Mosley High School. Does a great job developing players, does a great job placing them in college. It's amazing what the man has done. Big win last week. The offense seems to be rolling. We got him. Coach, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing good.
Great to have you. Appreciate you spending time with us. I know you're busy. Let's get into last week's game. Give us names of the players. The players love to hear their name. Tell us who's playing well for you right now and what happened last week.
Offensively, J.P. Holstenbeck had another great game, 20-25 for 348 yards to the air, 5 touchdown passes. Adam Land had 8 catches for 140 and 2 touchdowns. Fletcher Taylor had 3 catches for 90 and 2 touchdowns. Sammy Chisholm had 29 rushes for 162 yards and 3 touchdowns. So, those guys really our playmakers made a lot of plays for us last Friday on the defensive side of the ball. Wyatt Fleming had 14 tackles, a forced fumble, and fumble recovery. Kingston Paul had a pick. So it was, guys making plays everywhere on the field.
Hey, Coach Jeremy, I know it's good to bounce back and get a W. One of the questions, talking about on the offensive side of the ball, it certainly got the points being scored, but it seems a little uncharacteristic, that you've got 90 points given up kind of 3 games into the season and got a bit of a shootout going on over there at Rickards last week. What are you seeing on the defensive side of the ball, and maybe what are the steps that you're looking at to try to clamp down on some of these offenses that you've run into, particularly as you're looking ahead?
Yeah, the first 3 weeks, one of the first things is just we faced really, really athletic quarterbacks, guys that can run around, make plays with their legs. We've done a really good job on first and second down. Third down has been our Achilles heel, not being able to get off the field. And, we've, the back end guys have given up some stuff, but, on the defense, it takes all 3 levels. We haven't done a good job of keeping good rush lanes and keeping that quarterback in the pocket. Last week when we did keep him in the pocket, he was about just over a 50% passer, but when we let him get outside, he jumped up to almost 70%. So there was a big difference there. We got to do a better job of that. And again, they got to tip their hat to him. That quarterback's a real quarterback. They had a couple of D1 wideouts that could really, really run. But yeah, we've got to do a much better job of just keeping, when we play scrambling quarterbacks, keeping them in the pocket and do a better job of staying behind them on defense.
Hey, Coach, this is Tommy. I know you got Navarre away this coming Friday, and then you have Escambia away. And then those 2 teams have not done real well schedule-wise so far, but then you got Milton and Niceville right in a row. Both of those are 3-0, I think, right now, undefeated. So my question is, I know in your practices, just game, you go game to game to game, but how quickly do you turn, say, from Escambia to Milton or Niceville? Do you bring that up in practice? So how do you do that?
Oh, no, not at all, man. Heck, right now our main focus is us and those that we've got enough issues that we've got to be working on. The game always comes back to blocking and tackling, and that's our main focus. We want to be the best blocking and tackling football team, every single week. And that's our focus. If you start worrying about other things that are outside of your control, that's when you slip up and lose a football game. So again, our sole focus right now is the Mosley Dolphins, making sure that we are the best team, most efficient team, best executing team that we possibly can be.
Coach, I want to talk about your quarterback for a second. I know you don't have the stats right there in front of you, but what do you think? How many yards has he passed for how many yards has he passed for this season? 300 yards this week. It's been kind of that way all year. He's been doing a good job all year. But where is he at about throwing the ball? How many yards do you think he has?
Yeah, I looked at it the other day. JP's thrown for a little over 700 yards in 3 games.
Wow.
Completing 70% of his passes. Thrown for 11 touchdowns, no interceptions, and again, we have a ton of confidence in JP. Like we said, we've been saying from the beginning, JP's a great, smart kid. He's a great decision maker, and he's extremely accurate with the football. So, we're definitely trying to play into his strengths as a quarterback, and very fortunate to have really good players around him that he has confidence in them, and they have confidence in JP and his ability to get them the football.
What year is he?
JP's just a junior.
Wow. How tall is he?
JP's right at 6 foot.
Wow, okay. I want to ask about your offense, too. Do you try to, I know you take advantage of what the defense is doing, but, most people always talk about trying to be balanced. Talk about your rushing attack. Can you guys run the ball? I know your passing game is really good, but do you feel pretty good about the rush game?
Yeah, no, we've done a really good job. The week before versus Bay, we rushed for 171 yards. Sammy Chisholm did a little over 200 as a team this past week. Again, rushed for 162 yards and 3 touchdowns, and Sammy. And so, again, offensive line's been doing a great job of just playing hard, opening up holes, and then, Sammy being a small, elusive back, he doesn't need a lot of space, and he can make things happen. So, we're trying to start last week. Heck, we started five new guys up there that, from that hadn't had any playing experience from the previous season. So again, we knew we were going to be a bit of a work in progress up front with the offensive line, but those guys continue to get better and continue to play hard.
Coach, tell us about your road trip to Navarre. I mean, y'all been a little bit of road warriors here, and got more to come here. But what time you leaving? All those sort of specs leading into the game tomorrow night.
Yeah, no, we're gonna get there about 2:00, and we're gonna go pregame meal over at Triple J's. So I think we're excited about that. Going over there and have some good food, and then we'll be on our way to Navarre. A little bit longer trip, with traffic on 98. You never know how that's going to go. So kind of what time you're going to get there is a little bit of a guesstimation.
That's the truth.
We've gotten doing it a couple times. We've gotten there where we've been, about 30 minutes late, and we've gone there before, and we've gotten there an hour early. We're stuck at the mercy of traffic on 98. So, and then it's a 7:30 kick. Whenever you go over to Santa Rosa County, they kick off at 7:30, so that's a little bit different. So, a couple of things that make it, make it a little bit unusual. But like I said, I thought we did a great job just handling our first trip on the road last week. And I got all the confidence in the guys that they'll be ready to play tomorrow night.
Tommy?
Yeah, Coach, just getting through Destins is a job in itself.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt.
Well, good luck, Coach. I know y'all do well tomorrow night, and best of luck to y'all, and keep the Mosley Dolphins going.
We will talk to you next Thursday, Coach. Keep it going. I hope that offense is clicking. Navarre's got a proud program over there. I know it's going to be a competitive football game. Go get you a win, and we'll talk to you next week. Thank you, sir.
I appreciate it, guys.
This is true. This happened. We're playing Naples, okay, down in South Florida. The traffic down there is incredible, 75 and everything stuff. So you asked Jim Brown about this. So I said, man, we're going to have to leave early because no telling what can happen. Just like Coach is talking about. We got there, I'm telling you, 2 hours too early. All the coaches and I'd only been over there like maybe 1 or 2 years. I can't remember. And Jim looked at, well, what are we going to do now? I said, what is that over there? And they said, that's the mall. So we went around the mall and kind of hung around there for a little while. 2 hours too early. I'm talking 2 hours before you even start trying to get taped or anything. One of the dumbest decisions I probably ever made.
Why didn't you go out there and play tag football or something?
Yeah, and Naples High School, it was nice back then. Yeah. It's even nicer now, and they all had the turf field before everybody else. Big time money.
Oh yeah.
Great program. We won the game, though. We beat them that night.
I'll give you a funny on the other end. So a buddy of mine was leading an officiating crew that was call a game in Mobile. They were assigned out of Montgomery, and they broke down on 65 before they got to Greenville. And, of course, state playoff game, so they're trying to get down that way. 2 Alabama State troopers hauled the whole crew, lights and sirens, to the stadium. Yes, they did. Loaded them up.
Sports are big in Alabama. Sports are huge.
Got them there about 30 minutes before the kickoff. I couldn't figure out how to get down there.
It's funny.
That travel is always variable.
See, you got there. I was there. I grew up there. But I don't know if you ever went to any high school games in Crampton Bowl. They had the city buses would come to Lanier and pick us up. And you go in the traffic, you see everybody going to the game, and you park up under the stadium. And it was a big stadium back then. That was huge for back then. It's still a big stadium for high school. And we'd play in front of 27,000 people. And you go out there and look at all that stuff. But I just remember those bus rides there, how excited you were to get off the bus, go play. It was something else. The bands were huge. And even to this day, going up and watching some of these high school games Jamie covers in Birmingham, it's packed out. People everywhere. They still go to the game. They still support the communities. And when I come here, it's like, it's just changed so much. It's not just here in the Panhandle. It's throughout the state of Florida. Georgia's the same way as Alabama. Mississippi, a lot of people go to the high school games in Mississippi. You think it's just we have so many transits here?
to me, there's still an urban-rural divide. And you mentioned those schools up there in Alabama. When you're playing for Hoover, you're playing for Hoover.
Yeah.
You're playing against Homewood. You're playing like there's the city. You know, when Bluntstown plays Bristol, they're not just Bluntstown High School playing Liberty County. There's bragging rights that take up at the Hardys the next morning. That's the dynamic that's missing.
Yeah.
When you get the large schools and you're, just generic named after somebody that did something great high school against somebody else who did something great, there's not that community building.
That's a great point. There's like 15 high schools now in Lake County.
Yeah.
Huge schools.
Yeah.
It's just people here don't understand the population down there.
Right.
It's incredible.
Right.
Well, here we got 3 high schools within 2 miles of each other.
Yeah.
I mean, it just diffuses out the.
Yeah.
If we had one county school.
One county school? Oh,
Man,
yeah.
Right.
We'd be cooking.
I blame you. You could have made that happen. You had the power to make that happen.
I did.
Go to Niceville. I mean, there's a resistance to splitting that school.
That's true.
As large as it is, still.
They get the best of military offers.
That's right.
Yes, Jeff Skipper. I do remember the air conditioning going out on the bus. I was upset about that. I do remember that. That was not comfortable at all. Thank you, Jeff. All right, let's talk about some of our wonderful. We got so many great sponsors, and it's incredible. I love all of them. They're wonderful people. They're successful, and they're all local business. Jason Kovaleski. You want to look better, feel better. He's got 2 great locations, Pier Park and also on 23rd Street. The guy is unbelievable. Listen to Jason every Tuesday, every Friday, right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. I love John and Charlotte. They always give back to the community. Charlotte gave so much money to the university. It was incredible. And she loves FSU, and John loves Miami. Played there as an unbelievable football player. Played in the NFL. The guy still looks like he can play. They always give back to the community. Let's make sure we go support them. One of the 4 great locations of Newbies, my favorite, Newbies 2 on the Curve. That's where you want to go watch all the football games, shoot some pool, having a great time. TV's everywhere. And then head on down to the mothership. She's going to have the best bands in the Southeast every weekend because Charlotte gets what she wants, believe me. The one over there in St. Andrews, blue facility, Glenn loves it. Beautiful blue building right there in St. Andrews. Go have a great time over there. But if you're on Panama City Beach, you got 3 great newbies to choose from. Get out to Newbies, have a great time. Tell them Coach Hale sent you. Tommy, what about Chad Mitchell, the legend? You know this is his 26 years on Bacon Solid. Can you believe that?
I remember the first year we had him. He's great
incredible.
Man. I love
incredible.
Chad.
I'll never forget the first year we had him, too, 25 years ago. I can remember saying, who called that play? I look back, it was Dr. Chad Mitchell. Questioning what I called. I said, well, if you get our kids back on the field quicker, I wouldn't have to call that play. He laughed. I love Chad Mitchell, the legendary. Listen to Chad every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. And one of my favorite guys in the world, Jason Steverson, I love him. He is a wonderful, wonderful man. He's the most honest guy I know. He graduated from Mosley High School. Local business. He knocked it out of the ballpark when he started it. Family owned. Steverson Air Conditioning. Don't go with it. I don't care. You see the other ones on TV, these national stuff. Don't go with those people. He's a good, honest man. Go with Steverson Air Conditioning. They're there for you anytime, day or night. They won't try to take every penny from your pocket. Steverson Air Conditioning, number 1. It's not even close. Locals taking care of locals. We'll be right back. Jeremy, Tommy. We get back. Tommy Santamont, his Florida State Seminoles. They are rolling. They are back. FSU. What a beatdown on Alabama. Unbelievable. 104.3 ESPN North. What are you smiling about? 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. I saw that finger. We'll be right back.
Have you ever wanted to reach out and smack someone?
Sit your ass down and shut up!
The new Sports Blitz. Rants, hot takes, and huge reactions are incoming.
You've got to have a bad game at some point.
Feel the burn.
This is unacceptable at the University of Alabama.
The Red 70s studio line.
This could go 7 games.
850-215-6290. ESPN Northwest Florida. Get in the game.
When it comes to building smart and roofing right, TK Vandy's is the name you can trust. They're your go-to for general contracting, design, build solutions, and top quality roofing. From concept to completion, they deliver excellence on time and on budget. Whether it's a custom build or a complex renovation, they've got you covered, literally. Call TK Vandy today and build something better together. TK Vandy, built with purpose, roofed with pride.
Take your next adventure in an award-winning Kia from Bill Bird Kia. Discover the new Kia. We invite you to stop by Bill Bird Kia and test drive the new 2025 Kia. You'll get the perfect balance of comfort, safety, and technology. The 2025 Kia SUV family has movement that inspires. Drive away today in a new 2025 Kia Soul, Seltos, Sportage, Sorento, or Telluride. Fuel the thrill and command the road in the luxury of a 2025 Kia K5 sedan from Bill Bird Kia. Performance, power, and design built for you. Spark inspiration in the all-electric 2025 EV9. It's a modern masterpiece, fast charging, rugged, and roomy. Bill Bird Kia is the original home for the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Stop by 2435 East 15th Street, Panama City, or anytime at BillBirdKia.PanamaCity.com. We'll treat you like family and give you the peace of mind you can trust. Your local community dealer is Bill Bird Kia.
If you got more A's on your truck than you did in high school, you might be a Bama fan. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
I know about that. Florida State, Florida State, Florida State. Woo! I just mentioned John and Charlotte. Get out to Newby's, have a great time. Newby's still on the curve. Go watch all these NFL college football games. Have a wonderful time there. Shoot pool. TV's everywhere. I can't wait till wintertime. They got a fireplace going down there. Great atmosphere to watch some football games with your friends. And then head on down to the mothership. The best bands in the Southeast. Charlotte's going to have them there for your entertainment. Get out to one of the four Newbies. Have a wonderful time. We appreciate the FSU update. Tommy, let me say, Paul Bear Bryant. And of course, I will never forget a phone call and watching film. He's just trying to rile me up.
Yeah, I am.
Trying to rile me up. Tommy, I want to give a lot of credit and a shout out to Coach Norvell.
Thought I heard Tommy's voice in that.
Yeah, the coordinators he hired. I know everybody's, and they deserve all the praise the Gus is getting. We all said it was a great hire. Back before the Alabama game, we said that. And Coach White from Nebraska, what a great hire. But Norvell's the guy that pulled the trigger. He's one that made the decisions. He should get all the credit. That's his job as a head coach, to hire great people. He did that. And that's what's going on with Billy Napier. They're going after him because he has not done that with an offensive coordinator at Florida right now. Navarro's pretty sharp. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, you're right. And I think that's the difference in hiring I think 6 new coaches and I think 42 new players. So they got trying to pull it all together and make it come together and play together and all that. Norvell's really good about that. But let me start off first with FSU soccer. They're number 7 in the nation. They're 4-0-1. Kansas tied them back on August the 28th. And tonight they play Louisville in Tallahassee at 7 o'clock. The ladies soccer team they're traditionally a good team, and they're still doing well. Interesting in baseball. Here's an interesting thing that would, for people around here, might want to think about. Fall ball. FSU is playing Mississippi State October the 18th. That's on a Saturday at Blue Wahoo Stadium in Pensacola at 2 o'clock Eastern Time. That's FSU and Mississippi State. And then they also play UAB Saturday, October the 25th, and that'll be at 12 o'clock in Tallahassee. So that's a couple of games coming up in fall ball for FSU baseball. Now in football, looking at football, they're ranked number 10 right now, I think, and after this Saturday they'll be 3-0 because they got bye this week. They'll beat them without a problem. And then after that, the week of September the 20th, Saturday at 2 o'clock, they're playing Kent State, and Kent State is sort of like East Texas A&M. It's going to be it should be another practice game and getting a lot of the kids in there to build some depth. So we'll see what happens with that. Then they got to go to Virginia on September the 26th. That's a Friday night at 6:00, and that'll be a big game for FSU. And then, of course, the next week, October 4th, they have Miami coming into Tallahassee, and that will be a monster game for both those teams. Both of them could very well be undefeated at the time, so we'll see on that. But that'll be a good game. East Texas game, I did not go, and I did not get to see a lot of it. I was out of town, so I do know in games like this, sometimes fan-wise, I like to see when they score a lot of points, and people do too, and I think that was good. I think they even stormed the field after this game. Another $100,000 for that. But even for that. But, that tells you a little bit of something. But
how many times has East Texas A&M had the field stormed on us?
Probably a bunch. You're right. They just they got $450,000 coming over here. At least FSU beat them.
That was pretty cheap.
They didn't do like some team I know that paid them and they got whooped.
I think Alabama paid 1.9. How did we get 1.9 for the ball game we have at La Monroe?
Yeah,
$450,000.
Yeah, that's a pretty good deal, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. But anyway, this is a game where you can try to build depth because you can practice all you want to, but getting out there on that field on game day, it's a whole new different ball game. And FSU on defense, they played 42 players. No single player had more than 22 snaps in that game.
Wow!
So they got a lot of kids in there. On offense, they played 41 people, and Norvell was big on this kid, Lucas Simmons. He was a tackle. He got 30 snaps, which is the most they got on offense for any one player. And then a freshman center, Shavaz Thompson. He's a freshman. He got 17 snaps and did a real good job. So in building depth, that's what you want to get these players on here. And the kid that I really like is Osman Coma. He's a freshman. He's a kid. If you remember in Alabama, he ran through and about four of us holding him. He was going through the line. A freshman. He scored his first touchdown in that game, along with Javon Boggs, that receiver, number 15. He scored a touchdown also. And then Kevin Sperry, he was a backup quarterback to Castellanos. He's a freshman. And he was 4 or 5 with 2 touchdown passes. So they're real high on Kevin Sperry. Smart kid, can run, kind of a big kid, but he can run too. But they got a lot of depth practice in there. And same way with when they play Kent State. Hopefully they'll get some more kids in there and try to continue building that depth. Because as we know, especially on the offensive line, FSU's got a good offensive line as long as they don't get hurt.
Yeah.
So they're trying to build some depth on that. So everything's looking good for FSU right now. So, but time will tell. We got Virginia and Miami on the horizon. So we'll see what happens
now, is Miami after this ball game?
No.
I know they're open. Then they got
you got Virginia at
Virginia
up there on Friday night.
At Virginia on Friday. I don't like the Friday night games. Then is the Miami game at home?
Yep.
Okay, I kept going back. I thought it was in. Okay, that's good. That's a big deal.
That'll be a monster game like the Alabama game.
Now, can Virginia? Miami's got South Florida. Don't sleep on that one now.
Oh, I know.
That could be a game. Who do they got after South Walton? South Florida.
Miami.
Yeah. Not Georgia Tech, is it?
No.
He might. Well, I have to look and see.
Look that up because we want them both to be undefeated when they go into Tallahassee. That's going to be a huge football game.
South Florida, then the Florida Gators.
Oh, that's right. That's
right. They got Florida.
That's right.
Wow, they got South Florida,
and Florida State.
Wow.
Whoa.
They don't leave the state until November.
Seriously?
Yeah. Yeah,
they got set up pretty nice this year.
They did. They played at home here, and they've got USF, but they played Notre Dame at home. Bethune-Cookman. USF.
They don't play. South Florida does not play FSU.
No.
Could you imagine if they beat Miami? They're state champs. We can hear that all day long.
But the first time Miami leaves the state is November 1st.
Where's that to?
To Southern Methodist.
Southern Methodist.
The good thing about FSU, their schedule is a lot easier than what Miami.
Yeah, Miami's schedule's tough,
and that could.
But Miami's pretty doggone good. The Florida schools are back. They're all playing really well. Of course,
Miami's got the best players they can buy. I'm telling you, they got some good players.
All right, let's take a break. Let's talk about some of our wonderful people. I tell you what, I'm pumped up about this. Tommy, you going to be in town Saturday?
Probably not.
If you are, you and Louise got to meet me down there. Jeremy, you and your family, your whole family's got to go down and watch a game now. You can't be, if you got a big family, and a lot of families go there, it's a great atmosphere. Football flags, all the different schools, SEC schools, all the schools. But that Cajun place, they got 27 plus TVs, okay? Now, you want to get there and watch game day, they open up for brunch on Saturdays, okay? They're opened at 10. Game day's going on, you watch all that, and then 11 o'clock kickoff. As soon as they kick off, it kicks in. You can't beat this. We had 20 wings for $10. 50-cent, big, great, juicy wings. They were really good. We had a wonderful time down there this past weekend. We watched Florida State game, and there was another one we kind of focused in on. I can't remember who it was now, but we had a really good time down there. A $5 draft, $5 pitchers, 50-cent wings. You can't beat that. On Sunday, they got the North Shore Jazz Band. I know one of the members there is a great man. They play from 10 o'clock to 12. Then it starts off with the NFL. Again, 27 TDs. If you got your Saints shirt on, they score a touchdown, go up to the bar and ask for a free Jello shot, you get it. Same thing for LSU Florida on Saturday night. You got your LSU shirt in there. That's like, I'm going to go to that one. I'm going to go tonight. Those 50-cent wings, you score a touchdown, have your LSU shirt, go ask for a free Jello shot, they give you one. That Cajun place, Rick, Jan and Trudy, they wanted to give back to community because in the summertime, we all know you can't get in there. It takes like an hour wait to get in there. The place is jam-packed during the summer. It's incredible. The food's that good. If you've never been there, you need to go eat the food. You'll love it. So they do this. They're giving back to the community 50-cent wings. You can't buy that anywhere. Where can you get 50-cent wings? Nowhere. That Cajun place on Thomas Drive, go check it out. I think you'll love it. And all you Tiger Sharks down in Port St. Joe, Coach Tanner will be on with us tomorrow. You know why? Because of Taco Bell. They love that school down. Taco Bell people, they love the Tiger Sharks. All you Tiger Sharks down in Port St. Joe, get out and support Taco Bell. Without them, you wouldn't be hearing so much about the Tiger Sharks. They are incredible. Taco Bell, Tiger Sharks. Go Tiger Sharks. They got three great Taco Bells on Panama City Beach and Callaway. Get out to Taco Bell, have a great time. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Your home for college football. ESPN Northwest Florida.
This Saturday, it's a college football triple header.
Powers his way across. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
First, Clemson at Georgia Tech. Coverage starts at 10:30, kickoff at 11. Followed by Georgia, Tennessee, kickoff at 2:30. Then it's the Gators at LSU. Coverage starts at 6, kickoff 6:30, right here on your home for the biggest and best games every week.
ESPN Northwest Florida. This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Thursday. For this afternoon and evening, mostly sunshine and a high of 88 with a gentle breeze around 9 miles per hour out of the north-northeast. Tonight, clear skies with lows around 72. Tomorrow, sunny with a light breeze and a temperature near 89. Moving into Saturday, about the same with a high of 88 and sunny. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Are you ready for some football? So are the folks at That Boot Store. They have the latest in Western outfits, along with brand names like Wolverine, Timberland Pro, and many others, including Ariat and Old Western for kids. That Boot Store loves the Noles, the Gators, the Tigers, the Bulldogs, and Joe's favorite, Roll Tide. That Boot Store, your team's favorite Western shop, next to Bill Bird Kia on 15th Street. Open Tuesday to Thursday, 9 to 5, Friday and Saturday, 9 to 5:30. Remember what Joe always said, keep Jesus in your heart every day.
Friday.
Are you hungry for authentic Mexican cuisine? Then come to El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill, where we serve up the freshest, most flavorful dishes on the beach. El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill, a great location, comfortable atmosphere, and happy hour from 3 to 7. Buy one, get one free, regular margaritas and 12-ounce house drafts. And you're going to love their lunch specials Monday through Friday from 11 to 3. Plus live music Wednesdays and Saturdays starting at 5:30. El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill, Thomas Drive across from the Navy base.
And 10908 Front Beach Road.
ESPN Northwest Florida. The tradition continues.
Lots of force on this one. Hello, Chop House. A 2-run homer.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
4.3. ESPN Northwest Florida. Listen, hey, we got to go quick. Let's get these high school picks in. Keep up with this. We're not picking that many different schools, so it shouldn't take very much long. Let's go Arnold, South Walton. Jeremy, who you got? You were 9 of 9 last week, buddy. You were a perfect score. You and I knocked out the ballpark. We got everyone right. Jason Kovaleski had 8 of 9. Jim Brandt, 8 of 9. And Kyle was 8 of 9, but you and I had every single one right. Arnold at South Walton. Who you like?
Seahawks.
Wow. Turn his mic off. Who you like?
South Walton.
What is wrong with y'all? I love all my friends down there in South Walton. I got to go Arnold. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going Arnold. Bay Escambia. I got Coach Brown. I got Bay High School. I think they're for real, baby.
You know what Escambia's record is, don't you?
What?
They're undefeated. They're winning by 30 points everybody.
I'm going Bay High.
I'm trying to talk you out. I'm going for Bay, too.
Yes, sir, Bay High.
Yeah, Bay High.
Bay, I just think Bay's for real this year.
Jeremy,
he did, wherever he's at, he builds them up like this. Bozeman, Mariana. Mariana lost that great running back to your NIL over there, Tommy Santa Bluntstown.
That's right.
Who you like, Bozeman or Mariana?
Bozeman.
Is that Mariana?
Bozeman bounces back here. You know, they ran into the buzzsaw of.
Can they overcome that? Can they bounce back from that?
Yes, they can. Yeah. Bozeman's schedule's been tough. And look, drawing the Tigers.
Did they play Bluntstown? Who'd they play?
They played Bluntstown.
It was 55. What was it, 51-0 halftime?
And then Holmes County, they played them. But they'll get it done. Bozeman wins.
I'm going to take Mariana.
Dang, Tommy.
Well, you got to be different.
I'm gonna.
They are winless.
They might be one. Maybe they'll win.
This
one.
is their one.
Yeah,
they're good kid from Bluntstown.
I like
back.
Pettis. I think he knows what he's doing. I think if anybody can get him back, he can. But you know how I feel bad about is Holmes County. They got a good football team.
They've got a very good football team.
It could be 3-0. They could be 3-0 easy. Yeah. All right. We got Mosley, Navarre. I got Whitten all day long.
Dolphins.
Yeah, I'm going Whitten. Big time. Guy can coach. North Bay Haven, Graceville. I'm not sure about this one.
Take North Bay Haven.
You sure?
I'm sure Graceville is pretty hapless.
I don't know.
We all steamrolled them.
Who you like?
I'll take North Bay Haven.
They get the first win.
Where do they play?
They are at Graceville.
They're at Graceville.
I don't know. Let me just double check what I did there. I was trying to anticipate what games you would throw at us here.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, Graceville's 0-3. North Bay Haven's 0-3. Somebody's getting a win.
Yeah.
If you look at common opponents here, though, Sneeze beat Graceville 54-0. Houston County beat them 36-24. We all beat them 54-18.
What about North Bay Haven scores?
Bay
could have had 100.
Yeah, but let's compare Bay and.
Right.
We all Hitchka here. I'm not knocking my Gators here, but
I hope you people heard that.
Yeah.
Let's compare the scores.
All right. North Bay Haven football, they played 3 games as well. And you mentioned Bay High School, where Bay could have just put their number.
Whatever they wanted.
Whatever their number. So they kind of called off the dogs. Freeport 54-13, North Florida 26-20, Bay 55-6. I'm taking North Bay Haven.
I would too, yeah.
All right. Come on, North Bay Haven. Don't let me down. Walton at West Florida.
I think the Braves get it done.
Yeah, I'm going to go Walton. I don't think West Florida is as good as they've been in the past. I could be wrong on that, Jeremy. Did you check this out before you just... Usually you check things out.
I try to here because, but, Walton, of course, you try to pull up West Florida football, you're going to get all of University of West Florida football here. So let me put in West Florida High
Take
School.
your time. I might go back and change this one. I mean, West Florida used to be the power.
Yeah, they used to be good.
So the Jaguars of West Florida are sitting 2-1. Walton's undefeated. Their wins are over Escambia and Fort Walton, and they lost to Booker T.
What about West Florida?
No, that is West Florida.
They lost to who?
Booker T. Washington.
Okay.
Washington's good this year.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Who are you going with, Tommy?
I'm gonna take, as people call them, Defuniak. I'm gonna take Walton.
It is up there in Defuniak, so I'm going with Defuniak.
All right, I'll stay with Walton too. Destin at Pensacola. I'm going to go
Pensacola High.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They got a lot of tradition, a lot of speed. Destin's fairly new.
Yeah,
they got a good coach over there. They're going to build up a good program. But right now, I think I'm going to go. And it's at Pensacola too. Vernon.
Well, hold on just a second here. Let me give you the numbers on Pensacola. They are 0-3. Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, a little unusual here, and the schedule kind of interesting too. Blanked by Tate 41-0. And then losses to Pine Forest 29-0. Milton 41-6.
Pine Forest usually really good.
Pine Forest usually good. Milton's good. Tate's good. But, 6 points all year.
Okay, what about Destin?
Destin is sitting 1-1. 37-2 win over Northview. 34-22 win over Baker. This is a flip of a coin.
Man.
Yeah. Well, let's see. I'm going to go back
I'm going to go back and go Destin.
I'm going to go back and go with Destin too, since we used to live there.
Yeah. I like Destin here. I do.
We all got Destin.
I know Baker's class.
Come on, Destin. Don't let us down, baby.
Yeah.
All right, let's go Vernon versus Chipley.
Chipley.
Whoa. Are you saying Vernon's not? What's the deal with that?
They're just rebuilding. Coach Bugs has come over from Port St. Joe, and he's got a tough draw.
Right. I'm taking the Chipley Tigers too.
I'm going to go Chipley.
Chipley used to have a couple of years ago, last year, didn't they have an outstanding football
They've been building for a while. They used to be really good.
Well, that's what I was saying.
Small,
a couple years
small
ago.
schools that go through these cycles and stuff. All right, let's go Port St. Joe versus Bluntstown. Whoa. Coach Tanner, I love you. Don't listen real quick. Turn your radio off. I don't think anybody's going to beat Bluntstown. I don't.
Not as they get to this playoffs.
I don't even know then.
Yeah, I think the Tiger Sharks run into a buzzsaw.
Tom, are you ahead of the Boost Club down? Are you got the NIL deals going or what?
No, but I'm telling you, they've got a good team.
They got a great
I was
team.
shocked how they beat both.
Where does Coach come from? He's good. I forgot, but he's good. All right,
I'm taking Bluffstown.
I got Bill Thomas and Steve's versus Florida A&M.
Yes, that's a good pick.
Okay, Tommy, going Bill. Are you going?
I'll take Bill.
Bill Thomas. Now this one, watch out for this one. They're 0-3. They should be 3-0 or could be 3-0. Rutherford at Holmes County. Rutherford's got to go there.
Holmes County is going to exact a lot of frustration.
Yeah. If it was playing Tommy Oliver, I got Rutherford. There.
Holmes County should be 3-0. When they get up, they're going to let the boys taste some.
Who you got?
Victory.
That's a tough one. Dun, dun, dun.
I might change mine tomorrow when we get Jason.
It's at. See
if it was at Tommy Oliver, I'm Rutherford, but it's at Holmes County. 2-hour show.
Oh gosh. I think I'm gonna stick with Rutherford.
Tommy's got Rutherford. Jeremy.
The Rams.
You got Holmes County.
Holmes County, big.
Big?
Big. This team is a really good ball team that's played in some tough games.
I'm taking Holmes County too.
I'm
changing.
All right.
And when these boys get up, their coach is going to lose some.
The only reason and I might change this tomorrow, but I'm telling you right now, if it was played Tommy Oliver, I got Rutherford. But I just know those flags sometimes you go to certain places, the flags come out a little bit more than others. I'm just saying.
They carry 2 flags in their pockets.
Yeah.
In Holmes County.
We shall see. All right. How much time we got there, Big Daddy? All right, let's talk about some great things. We get back. We got Jeremy Pridgeon's Alabama update. Then at 8:15, Andy Burcham. I love Andy. What a wonderful man he is. War Eagle. But right now, let's talk about some local companies that are absolutely the best at what they do. Steve's Bike Shop. I tell you, have you been down to his shop, Tommy? They got some of the best bikes. Steve.
Yes, sir.
Mosley High School swim coach. Steve's, they've been in business since 1979. 46 years. You know when you're doing something right when you stay in business 46 years. But if you love these electrical, Julie's begging me to go get an electrical bike. There's something about it. I'm just like, a bike is supposed to be for exercise.
Trying to get you killed is what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, that could be it too. But those electrical bikes, he's got a large selection of electrical bikes. He's got the old-fashioned bikes. They sell new and used, large selection. They also can fix any bike, any type out there. They do a great job, great
and
selection.
Accessories for
helmets,
everything.
gloves. They got it all right down there. It's really a neat place. If you've never been, it's a really nice place to go look at. C's Bike Shop right there on 23rd Street, right across from Sam's. Go get yourself a great bike. If you got one that's beat up, go get it fixed right there. It's going to save you some money. I guarantee that. I love the Vandergrift family. Love them. Wonderful people. Legendary family. Kyle Vandergrift does an incredible job. Whatever he does, he's number one at. The guy's unbelievable. But Vandy Roofing, you want a roof, it's Vandy Roofing. They do great work. General contracting, they design it, they build it, commercial, residential. But if you want a roof and you want the best you can possibly get, go Vandy Roofing. Nobody gets more local than the Vandergrift family. They are incredible. Yes, they got a nice house up at in North Carolina also. Turpro Pest Control. You want that yard look like a golf course? You talking about local. Ain't nobody more local than Patrick. Beautiful daughter, cheerleader at Mosley High School, beautiful wife, wonderful family. And you got bugs in your house, they can make those go away forever. Turpro Pest Control. Call Patrick. Listen to Patrick every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. We get back, we got Jeremy Pridgeon. We got the Alabama Crimson Tide update. Roll Tide. I think this game worries me. We'll be right back.
Your home for the NFL. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Thursday night football is back.
To the end zone. He's got a touchdown pass.
It's the Washington Commanders at the Green Bay Packers. Coverage coming up tonight at 6:30 from Lambeau Field. Kickoff at 7:15 right here on your home for the NFL on the Gulf Coast.
Packers on the board again.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Thursday. For this afternoon and evening, mostly sunshine and a high of 88 with a gentle breeze around 9 miles per hour out of the north-northeast. Tonight, clear skies with lows around 72. Tomorrow, sunny with a light breeze and a temperature near 89. Moving into Saturday, about the same with a high of 88 and sunny. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
When you bring your vehicle to Panama City Toyota for repairs or maintenance, you'll get the warmest welcome around.
That's because we see service differently.
It's not only an expert team that can help with everything, from simple adjustments to a new set of tires. It's also a team that values your time, so we make your experience as quick and comfortable as possible. Because we're committed to service that goes beyond. Only at Panama City Toyota.
WVLQ Port St. Joe, WGSX. Powered by Panama City Toyota.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Tired of boring merch and want your brand to stand out like the big names? Elevate your look with Red 7 Tees. They don't just print shirts, they create bold identities. They are a veteran-owned custom apparel shop providing the kind of detail that turns heads. Using high-quality digital printing and embroidery to give you that unique style you love with no minimums or cookie-cutter designs. From small business to sports teams, if you've got a vision, they'll help you wear it proudly. Visit red7tees.com.
He's a 10-foot-tall, barrel-chested beast man who showers in vodka and feeds his baby shrimp scampi.
I'm kind of a big deal.
Please welcome.
Pain don't hurt.
Live and local from the J. Michaels studio, the Coach James Hale Show, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Alabama Updates brought to you by Stevenson Air Conditioning. If you know Jason, to know him is to love him. The guy's incredible, most honest man out there. Your power bill's going through the roof. You're like, what am I going to do? I can't even afford to turn it on. Yes, you can. You call Stevenson Air Conditioning. They're going to come out and they're going to coach you up the way to save energy, to save money. And it could be your windows. It can be all any kind. I mean, it was amazing, all the things he taught me. But he didn't try to take every penny you got in your pocket. They do incredible work. They got the best brands to choose from. And we got everything brand new. We had new lines go throughout the house. And when they got through, our house looked like it was new. They do great work. They're honest. They're hardworking people. Get it serviced right before summer, right before winter. It's going to save you money on your power bill. Over a period of time, when you buy a new one, the power bill goes down so much, it'll pay for itself over a period of time. Number one local company, that is Stevenson Air Conditioning. Love it, Jason. All right, let's go. Jeremy, what do you have? I'm worried. You don't seem to be as worried as I am. I think we're going to have I think it's going to be tough on Bama this week against Wisconsin.
Well, I was going to start with a different stat here, but you and I have been talking weather here, so I'm going to give you a Jeopardy question.
Okay.
July 21st, 2024.
Yes, July 21st.
So in the Jeopardy form, you got to answer in the form of a question. So answer this one for me.
Thank you, Walker.
What is the last 90-degree plus day in Madison, Wisconsin, weather-wise?
And it would be Madison, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Last time they had.
So Alabama gets to host Wisconsin in the Deep South.
Yes.
September on a day that's going to be 90-plus degrees. Advantage Alabama.
Yeah. Heat index one time. Now, you tell me it's different. One time they said it would be in the hundreds.
So, if you're looking for X factors, fourth quarter conditioning program, there's no way they've been able to get even close to what they're going to face. Last year when we went up there, Addison and I made the trip, it was actually the hottest day they had all year in Madison. It was like 83. It felt great. They were dying. So weather is a big factor for this.
That was early in the year, too.
It was. Yeah, same weekend. They flipped it. So, when you're looking at sort of X factors, they're going to melt. They're just going to melt down here, even though it's going to be a glorious day in Tuscaloosa.
A lot of jet sweeps, a lot of passing, make them run.
Just gas them here. So, but Wisconsin does come in 2-0 to Bryant Denny, and they had a couple of non-conference cupcakes at Camp Randall to warm up, and struggled a little bit with Middle Tennessee State last week. If you were tracking that one through the course of the day, like I was, because we were playing them, this Saturday.
Right.
Middle Tennessee State hung in there a long time before Wisconsin finally put them away. And part of what was with that is they're just bigger, stronger, more depth. So, what does this game come down to? It comes down to the ground game for Alabama. If Alabama can run the football, turn out the lights. If Wisconsin has enough upfront ability on defense, then Ty Simpson has to step up and play again. If it sounds like a little bit of a broken record, it's kind of how we broke down the Florida State game. We had ability to run the football, pulled away from it for some reason. But if we can run the football, we need to stay running the football and just kill the clock and get out there. Yeah. So Wisconsin wants to stop Alabama's ground game. The flip side is they want to try to run the football. If Wisconsin can run on our D front, as Wisconsin likes to do,
weak D line,
then they start to control the clock, shorten the game, which keeps their players a little fresher.
Right.
If the Alabama gets the ball and can keep them out there, they can wear them down, run them down. Right. But watch for Fickle to manage that play clock and kill 40 seconds as much as he can to try to preserve whatever energy against 90-degree heat.
Does Alabama have the number one running back? Is it Miller Kid?
No, he's day by day. They're not sure he's going to play or not. I wouldn't play him. They got Georgia next. You got 2 weeks to get ready for Georgia. Now, if they don't have to, I wouldn't play him. They got good running backs.
Yeah.
Now, Florida State week 1 ran all over Alabama.
Yeah.
230 yards.
Yeah.
I'm not even really counting what happened last week. I mean,
I'm not either.
Let's just stay apples and apples here with a Power 4 program. Wisconsin's as big, if not bigger, than Florida State. Yeah. So if they roll up double digits, or triple digits, 200 plus, it could be a long day for Alabama. Ryan Williams, question mark, is expected to play, but coming out of a concussion, is he going to stick his neck?
I don't. Just me personally, I love him. He's a great kid, Jamie. We
might be better without him.
We might be better without him. Mm-hmm. He just.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say.
No, I agree there. And the X factor, and Alabama had these last year in the game up at Camp Randall, explosive plays.
Yeah.
Alabama had, right before the half, 14 points that they were able to get just before we went in at half and right out of half because they had the sort of 2-for-1. They had the last possession of the first half, got the first possession of the second half, and put Wisconsin away and separated. Yeah. If Wisconsin gets an explosive play or two and can control the ground game, that's their key to winning. So Alabama has to limit any of those breakdowns.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, Bernard and that true freshman that they played the other day, I think he's number 4. I can't remember, I'll be honest with you. He can play. That guy is a player. And that freshman quarterback Alabama had, did you see him? Mm-hmm. I'm really impressed with that guy. He's going to be something special.
You mentioned quarterbacks. Wisconsin's quarterback, questionable, and they had to play a backup that played well. Mm-hmm. But senior quarterback Billy Edwards is still day to day.
Really?
According to Fickell's press conferences early in the week. Hadn't checked it this morning.
Did you see all they said about the crowd noise? They've been piping in music. They're like, man, we're going to SEC territory. This stadium is incredible. The noise that they make in that game, you can't hear yourself think. Is it going to really be that way at 11 o'clock in the morning in Tuscaloosa?
It's interesting. We've been to Austin, playing an 11 o'clock game. Last year's game in Madison was an 11 o'clock game. But you know this, the SEC schools detest the 11 o'clock kickoff.
Yeah.
I think it's the old JP network, Jefferson Pilot, where you had the early game. You knew you had the best of the worst games in the Southeastern Conference were, there with the 11 o'clock kick. So I don't know how the crowd will be at 11 in the morning. It's very unusual. And now with this ABC, ESPN, we're going to see a few more of these 11 o'clock kicks than what we played at. I hadn't even checked the last time that Alabama's played at home at 11 o'clock. I think it was...
I just don't see it being that loud 11 o'clock in the morning.
I don't either. Trying to think who we played last at 11 in the morning. At
home?
At home. I mean,
it had to be a nobody.
Right, exactly. It's been a while. We are, heavy favorites. We should win the game, but there's a lot of question marks still around this ball team. So, this kind of wraps up the non-conference early slate and a week off, and then the big one when we head over to Athens. So, watch the ground game, watch the explosive plays. Ryan Williams, and see if Fickell tries to shorten this game and get out of there and get to Madison. So those are kind of keys.
I'm going to really check into this weather there. Of course, weather does change. The first reports I got was a Sunday that it was going to be in the 90s. Heat index would be in the hundreds during the ball game. I was like, I have no idea. No way I'm going to go sit in that mess.
What do you think if Wisconsin comes in there and scores 2 quick touchdowns?
We're in trouble. We're in trouble.
You think so?
We're in big time trouble. Yes.
Really?
Because like he said, they'll run the ball. Our defensive line's not very good.
Yeah.
And that's just being honest. We've got 2 out.
Yeah.
I think we had 3 injured so far this year. I think 2 of them are definitely out. Maybe 3 are out. I'm not sure. But that was the question mark beginning of the season. The linebackers should be really good, and they're not. Bless their heart, he's coming off that knee surgery. He's not the same player. He plays hard, but coming off a knee injury like that is tough to overcome. I don't like the inside linebacker play this year so far. The secondary looked a lot better from week 1 to week 2. Of course, they weren't playing Florida State week 2. You had 8 starters coming back, and they did not look like a very good defensive football team. They loafed. You go back and watch the FSU film, a lot of loafing. Maybe they straighten all this stuff out. Maybe, it doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. Maybe they can overcome all these things.
Number 18 for Alabama, I watched him in the FSU game. I think his last name was Hubbard.
Yeah.
He loved.
Oh, it was
big time.
Yeah,
I was shocked.
And he started last week. If in the old days, if you did something like that, Alabama, you'd be on the bench.
I mean, he was just jogging. When that Danny's around, he just jogging over and didn't even try to cut him off.
All right, hold your thoughts there. We got to come back, give Andy Burcham on the phone. Hopefully, Auburn needs to take care of business over South Alabama, and then the big one. I can't wait till next weekend, 2:30, Auburn, Oklahoma, at Oklahoma. That's going to be a game.
Going to be a good one.
All right, let's talk about some of our great people. Get out to the legendary J. Michael's restaurant. The best seafood, ice cold beer, great steaks, burgers, pork chops like you would not believe. They got everything at the legendary J. Michael's restaurant, and we're in J. Michael's studios right now as we speak. 1 in 5 develop skin cancer. It can be deadly. All you need is Dr. Ward. Call him, make an appointment, office throughout the Panhandle of Florida. And listen to him, too, on Wednesdays at 7:30. His picks are unbelievable. He got every one, but out of 22 games, he got 21 right. Unbelievable. Wow. All right, we'll be right back with Andy Burcham Ward. Eagle.
ESPN Northwest Florida. Here's what's happening.
Here we go. The Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson will be awarding the Sports Blitz High School Player of the Week. This will go to the outstanding high school football player for each week. The player will receive a gift card from a local restaurant and an ESPN Northwest Florida t-shirt. Coaches, students, parents, and fans, comment on our Facebook page or call in at 850-215-6290 to nominate.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Thursday. For this afternoon and evening, mostly sunshine and a high of 88 with a gentle breeze around 9 miles per hour out of the north-northeast. Tonight, clear skies with lows around 72. Tomorrow, sunny with a light breeze and a temperature near 89. Moving into Saturday, about the same with a high of 88 and sunny. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Looking for dependable civil construction in the Florida Panhandle? CBC Construction has you covered. From land clearing and drainage to roads and underground utilities, CBC delivers high-quality work on time and on budget. Locally owned and operated, CBC is trusted by schools, developers, and municipalities. To learn more, call CBC Construction 850-740-3815 or visit cbcconstruction.com. That's cbcconstruction.com.
Are you looking to invest in rare coins and precious metals? Well, look no further. Coin and Bullion Reserves is Bay County's trusted source for rare coins and precious metals. Located in the heart of Panama City, our showroom is stocked with a vast selection of gold and silver bullion, rare coins, and currency. Whether you're just starting out or you're a seasoned collector, we have what you're looking for. Our sales staff has over 50 years of experience to help guide you through your purchase. Come and visit Coin and Bullion Reserves today and build your collection with confidence.
Want to know the inside scoop on your favorite teams? From the gridiron to the hardwood to the diamond. For comprehensive sports coverage, it's ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio. And now, War Eagle. Live from the J. Michael Studio, it's the Auburn Update on the Coach James Hale Show with the voice of the Auburn Tigers, Andy Burcham. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Eagle, hey! All you Tigers out there, we got a lot of them in the Panhandle of Florida. We got the man you've been waiting for, the legendary Andy Burcham, the voice of the Auburn Tigers. Andy, good morning, sir. Thank you for coming on today. How are you doing?
Beautiful, beautiful day on the plains, James, as we get ready for homecoming Saturday, Auburn and South Alabama at 11:47. Mark it down. That's when Auburn will kick off on Saturday, 11:47.
I did not know it was homecoming. Is this the earliest Auburn's ever had homecoming?
I don't know the answer to that, James. It seems early to me, but it seems that we've had some before this. before, but it is very early for a homecoming match, to be sure.
It does feel like we just got the semester started.
I know. It's like, I tell you, I get it. All right, and I want to ask you something, Andy. The weather. I keep hearing hot in parts of Alabama, not so hard in the east part. What's the weather going to be like at 11:47 at Jordan-Hare Stadium? Is it going to be brutal heat, or is it going to be the east side not as bad as the west side?
Well, I keep getting conflicting reports. It's going to be sunny. I mean, there's no threat of rain at this point, so it's going to be a pretty day. I've heard anywhere from a high on Saturday of 88 to 92. Ooh. So it's not going to be unbearable, and that's easy for me to say because I'm in an air-conditioned radio booth. I can hear my wife saying, "Yeah, it's going to be a lot hotter where I am than you are." But it will not be the heat that we experienced for the opener at Baylor.
Yeah.
When Auburn walked onto the artificial surface in Waco when it got there after Tiger Walk, and the temperature said 140 degrees.
Oh my God.
We're not going to experience that on Saturday. I'm guessing 88 to 90 degrees for a high on Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Andy, did you call that a dry heat there in Texas?
It was just hot. It was really, really warm. And I've talked to some folks, my wife included, that were in the sunshine when that game started, and it was. I would imagine they sold a lot of liquids, water, and others at McLean Stadium.
Yeah. I tell you one thing too. Auburn travels well. I mean, they
great
support
crowd.
them. All right, I want to. We were talking about the quarterback. I just say I was watching some stuff or reading some things that Major Applewhite said, the head football coach of South Alabama, and he said the big difference for Auburn this year is the quarterback play. Yeah, he went on and on about how good and Auburn is good. I knew they were going to be good this year. Great receivers, offense line's playing well. But before I get into quarterback, I do got to ask you this: what about the running back position? How many people are healthy? Give us an injury report.
Yeah, that's a really good question, James. We know that Darrell Robinson will not play on Saturday, the transfer from UConn. In spite of his 2 carries for 54 yards and a touchdown Saturday night, he developed a collection of blood on his thigh that when he woke up Sunday morning, it was alarming, apparently.
Wow.
And they took him to UAB Hospital and had that blood removed, and as a result, I believe, of the incision, he's out for some time now. Now, how long, I don't know, but he will not play Saturday. I probably don't know exactly when that occurred. I mean, he only had 2 carries, and the last one was for 54 yards and a touchdown.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and it's hard to explain why it happened, and I'm not a medical expert. Doc Goodluck would be on my case if I tried to sit here and pontificate how that happened.
Yeah.
Damari Alston, I think, is questionable at best.
Yeah.
For Auburn right now with that shoulder. I think in all likelihood, if Auburn had a choice, they would not play Damari Alston and get him ready for Oklahoma next week.
Yes.
But
yes.
He has been at practice. He has been wearing the yellow injury jersey at practice.
Yeah.
With that said, I think we will see again a lot of Jeremiah Cobb.
He's good.
Ran for 100. Yeah, he ran for 121 yards and 2 touchdowns last week. I think we will see more of Omar Mabson, the freshman from Auburn High School, who had 4 carries for 23 yards against Baylor. I think that's what we will see Saturday. But let me say this, guys. Auburn overmatched Ball State in every regard last Saturday night. This South Alabama team coming in here this Saturday morning is a much better football team than Ball State.
Yeah.
And I think it's a more motivated football team coming in. I mean, think about a lot of these players, a lot of these football players for South Alabama. Probably, and there's a ton from the state of Alabama on this roster. And a lot of these guys probably dreamed of playing for Auburn or Alabama.
Right.
And whatever reason did not get that opportunity. They will come in here highly motivated for their first ever trip to Jordan-Hare Stadium.
Yeah, Andy, I'm glad you brought that up because I said this Monday. I said, we're talking about the point spread. I said, if I'm Auburn, do not put your money on this ball game. I said, you look at South Florida going to Gainesville. That was their Super Bowl. The Super Bowl for South Florida is going into Jordan-Hare and playing at Auburn. They said they're going to give Auburn everything they've got. This is the biggest game in their schedule. I wouldn't touch the point spread. I would not. I think Auburn wins, but I wouldn't touch the point spread. And I'm glad you pointed that out. This is a huge game for them. And they've got players. I mean, they play hard, too. They're better than what people think. And they've beaten people before on the road, some big-name schools before. But Auburn's got better players. I do think Auburn pulls away at the end, but I'm glad you pointed it out, Jeremy. I think that was a great point he just made.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Andy, homecoming on the Plains early can be a distraction. Perhaps in-state opponent coming in. Auburn has not shied from in-state opponents. Playing South, playing Alabama A&M, Alabama State, Jacksonville State recently. Compared to what Alabama's done with that, what's your sense when you see these kind of in-state programs coming in and these fan bases coming in? Does the Louisiana schools do? The LSU plays in-state schools quite often, but what's shifted with Auburn? Kind of embracing playing the in-state schools for these kind of guaranteed games.
I don't know the answer as to why, other than they're giving these teams a chance. And listen, if Auburn's going to write that check for these teams to come in here, why not keep it in state? Now, listen, they're going to bring they brought in Ball State last week.
Right.
But why not give South Alabama or a UAB, perhaps one day a Troy, to come in here and play at Jordan-Hare Stadium? And, Auburn's there's a guarantee. Why not do that with an in-state school instead of always going outside for that? I think that's one of the reasons. And listen, I look forward to seeing South Alabama come in here. They're not going to be afraid of coming in here to Jordan-Hare Stadium. I think this is a good tune-up for Auburn for that game going to Oklahoma next week.
Yeah.
It's a better opponent. Auburn will get tested this week, I believe, by South Alabama. And that's a good thing, I believe.
Hey, I'm going to tell you something. It's brought up. It was jumped in my mind here. You weren't probably born then. Back in the 70s when I played at Southern Mississippi, we played every year.
Dude, I'm a lot older than you think I
am. We played Ole Miss every year. We played Mississippi State every year. We played Auburn and Alabama. We beat, every year I was there, I was registered, we beat them 5 straight years with Mississippi State. We beat Ole Miss every year but one, 4-1. We beat Auburn once. We never beat Alabama. And all of a sudden, Mississippi State and Ole Miss would not play us, and it's never been the same since then. For years they wouldn't play us, and Auburn is doing it. Alabama won't do it.
Alabama won't.
Paul Bryant Jr., I think, is behind some of that too, is my opinion. I like that they're giving. They're going to, like he said, they're paying the money anyway. They're helping the in-state school. I kind of like that, but I see the other way too.
Well, you see the other way down in Tampa this weekend.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, if you're going to pick on a directional school, I probably wouldn't do it in the state of Florida.
Yeah.
Because there's a disparity just in the talent. I mean, when South Florida, Central Florida, Central Florida is a huge school. Yeah.
But I will say this. They're going to play South Florida. South Alabama's going to play Auburn like people are going to be surprised.
Yeah.
This is not going to be
This is the 50, Super Bowl.
It's not going to be a 50-0 game
for them. This is the highlight on their schedule.
There's danger in this. There is, but Auburn's going to win.
Andy, this is Tommy. I know your long kicker, kickoff guy got hurt in Ball State. What about the Gibbs kid from Southern Miss? Is he capable of hitting a long field goal, if that's even possible in this coming game?
Well, he has done that, and he did that at Southern Miss. And when Towns Magoo went out the other night after, basically he chunked a field goal and injured his ankle.
What? Yeah. What? How did that happen? Did his land wrong?
I don't. Yeah, I just think he chunked it. I mean, we've all done it on the golf course.
Yeah.
I think he did it on the going for that field goal, and he was out the rest of the ball game. And Connor Gibbs, at least in his kickoff, sent every kickoff 5-6 yards into the end zone with some height, and there was never a return.
Yeah.
He is being given the opportunity right now, along with Towns Magoo, and I saw both of them at practice yesterday. He is giving. They're both being given the opportunity to be that long field goal guy.
Yeah.
Alex McPherson is probably good from around 40 and in, at least to be given the opportunity for Auburn right now. Beyond that, it will either be Towns Magoo or Connor Gibbs. And Connor, I thought, had a really good game, at least from the kickoff perspective on Saturday. And now, who emerges? It's a good question, but I think it's one of those two. But I think Connor is certainly in the running for that right now.
Yeah.
Andy, we're not supposed to do this as a coach, but I'll be honest with you, I've been guilty of it. I've been saying all week, Oklahoma takes care of business at Temple. Auburn takes care of business this week. Next week, it is the game. 2:30, ABC. This is the game. Both undefeated. The storylines with him going back there to Oklahoma, it's going to be crazy. I wouldn't doubt if game day's there. But we got to take care of this week. Both teams do, but I cannot wait to next week. I'll be honest with you. It's 2:30. That's going to be incredible.
Never been to Norman, Oklahoma. I have a younger brother. My youngest brother lives in Norman. He is an opera professor for the University of Oklahoma.
Wow.
So it'll be an opportunity for me to see some family when I go. And I'm looking forward to that. I've never been. I look forward to being in Norman. I look forward to being in that stadium for what will be an enormous game. But you're right. First things first, take care of business this week. Get ready. Be healthy when you go to Oklahoma next week.
Listen to Andy Burcham this weekend right here on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida, South Alabama at Auburn. A kickoff at 11:47 with the great Andy Burcham. Thank you so much, sir. We will talk to you next week. Thank you, Andy.
Guys, have a great day. War Eagle.
War Eagle. All right, we'll be right back. I went a little bit long there. I had to with the legend. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
The game going with ESPN Northwest Florida. Just because you get out of the car doesn't mean the Sports Talk and Live play-by-play have to end. Just say, hey Alexa, open ESPN Northwest Florida. From Michigan Avenue to the man cave, from the car to the kitchen, we've got you covered. Keep the game going. Hey Alexa, open ESPN Northwest Florida.
Bringing you the world's #1 auto brand is a lot of fun. Camrys and Tacomas, Land Cruisers and Grand Highlanders. Toyotas are just built to be better.
And that's exactly how we built Panama City Toyota, to give you a better experience.
Where your needs always come first. Where you can relax with a great cup of coffee or browse the Heritage Collection. While we help you add the perfect vehicle to your collection. Come see us today at Panama City Toyota.
Looking for the most romantic night out in Panama City? Ferrucci Ristorante is your destination for authentic Italian cuisine and unforgettable moments. The candlelight, the wine, the homemade pasta. It's like a little slice of Italy. From handcrafted sauces to centuries-old recipes, Ferrucci brings true Italian flavor to every plate. It's where love stories begin and anniversaries are celebrated. To reserve your table, call 850-913-9131. Ferrucci Ristorante, Panama City's most romantic escape.
With over 4 decades in business, Instant Replay Sports Cards is happy to take your collection to the next level. All new hobby boxes, signed memorabilia and supplies, new and vintage cards and Pokemon. Buy, sell, and trade. They're an authorized source for Topps, Panini, Upper Deck, and Leaf cards. Instant Replay Sports Cards inside the Stanford Station on 23rd Street next to Academy Sports. Come see the bigger store and the larger inventory or visit online, instantReplaySportsCards.com.
Do you know who I am?
If he was the last person on Earth,
I'm kind of a big deal.
mankind would still have a chance.
We may have to repopulate the Earth.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show.
I'm very important.
Live from the J. Michael Studio at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Just got a text in here. They found the high-powered rifle used and are analyzing footprints now in the assassination of
Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, wow. All right, I want to get into the college picks real quick. Let's go, and we have time. We'll get through with this. Jeremy, we will start with the let's just go ahead and start with Andy Burcham. We just had Andy, so let's start with the Auburn game. South Alabama is going to play them lights out. I think it's going to be a competitive game for a while. Auburn just has too much power, too many good players. They pull away. There's not going to be an upset at Auburn, I don't believe, at homecoming.
What's the point spread on that?
At one time, it was 25 points. I do not touch the point spread.
Oh, no.
Do not touch any. I don't care if it's 19. Don't touch it. Yeah.
I'll take Auburn for doubt.
Tommy got Auburn.
It'll be a happy homecoming on the plains. Tigers.
Jeremy got Auburn. Yeah, Auburn. All right. Eastern Michigan at Kentucky. Kentucky's been struggling of late. I thought they played really well against Ole Miss. They got after them. They were in position to pull that one upset and didn't happen, but they played hard. Who do you like?
I'm taking Kentucky.
Who do you like?
Kentucky.
Wildcat, who you got?
Let me think about it. You would. How about Kentucky?
Okay. I'm going to come back to this one. We'll talk more about this one. I think this is going to be a great football game. Arkansas at Ole Miss. If it was in Arkansas, I think I'd pick Arkansas. Sam Pittman said he loves this football team. We got players. We're pretty doggone good. They got an unbelievable coordinator. We all know he used to be the head football coach there and at Louisville. Did a great job. It's not going to shock me a bit if Arkansas wins this game.
What's the point spread on that?
I got it somewhere. I have to go back and look it up.
2 or 3?
No, it was more than that.
Really?
I want to say it was 7 or 9. I can't remember.
Ole Miss? Nice.
Yeah, when it first came out. Who you got?
Lane Kiffin. Lane Train.
Lane Train ain't heading to Tuscaloosa. I don't think his wife's going to.
Where are they playing that at?
Ole Miss.
Oh. I'll take Ole Miss.
Hotty toddy.
Hotty toddy, baby. Good pick. All right, let's go to Mississippi State. We'll go 3-0. They got Alcorn State. Mississippi State?
Yeah. More cowbell.
More cowboy. What do you need? More cowbell. Missouri, we got to go start giving them some respect and love. I listened to a man I really respect, and he led me wrong. I went with Kansas State. I should have done my SEC
I had a
homer.
great pick for a long while.
3 quarters.
Missouri.
Tommy?
Who are they playing?
Nobody. Lafayette.
Missouri.
Yeah, Missouri, no doubt. Okay. Oklahoma at Temple. Now they just had a big win. They beat Michigan at home. It's natural to have a letdown. They go on the road. You better pack your defense, and you better win the kicking game when you go on the road. You have to win those 2 areas to win on the road. They've got a defense. The kicking game's pretty good. Oklahoma should take care of business, correct?
Absolutely.
Everybody got
Why are they traveling to Philadelphia to play this ball
I don't get that. I'd like to see the contract on that. That's weird. This one is a big game. And in the old days, we would go, there's no way we would even waste our time on it.
It's a 2-for-1, 2 trips to Norman, 1 to Philadelphia.
It's kind of like a South Florida deal.
Okay.
All right. Vandy was down at Virginia Tech, I think by 14. They come back, pull away. They got confidence. They got a good coach there. They got an unbelievable quarterback. They go into South Carolina. I love their quarterback there. They got a stud defense player also. Can Vandy go in and pull the upset? They can. Do they? I don't know.
I got Carolina.
I do too.
We got 2 Carolinas. No love for Vandy, huh? Mm-mm. Unbelievable. All right. UTEP, but everybody got Texas. Big T.
Yeah.
Won't even be a game.
Yeah, I don't want the El Paso version.
Now, this one, I circle this one and keep an eye on this one Saturday night. Texas A&M at Notre Dame. It won't shock me a bit if the Aggies go in there and upset them. But they're at home. Notre Dame's hard to beat there. I like the coach at Notre Dame. I think he's outstanding. And they played hard. I watched them against Miami. They could have won that game. They played hard, and they had to replace some players. They play really hard. They're a big physical football team. Who you like?
The Golden Domers.
Okay.
Irish. I'm taking them too.
You sure?
I'm positive.
Are you okay? All right. South. Oh, we got some other. I'm gonna go back. All right, Ohio. Everybody got Ohio State. They play Ohio. It's going to be a blowout.
Yep.
Yeah.
Although watch the Bobcat take out Bucky. They have a little bit of a history.
Ohio State big. I'm trying to get rid of the cupcakes so we can go in and talk about the rest of them. Just give me a second here.
He mauled him when they played the last time.
Well, we got time. Wisconsin at Alabama. Jeremy, did we already do that one?
No.
No, or Alabama. I'm worried, man. Every time Alabama plays, it scares me.
I know.
I don't think they're very good on defense. I don't.
Alabama puts them away in the fourth quarter in a really close ball game because Wisconsin gets gassed in that 110-degree heat index you're going to be sitting in.
Yeah, that means he ain't going. He changed his mind.
There you going.
I did a lot of things in that.
I don't want to go melt.
There's no way I sat in that hot.
I can go down to Cajun Place, have 50-cent wings. I go out there, spend a fortune, be sweating and hot and everything.
Man.
With no drive.
Plus you got to drive.
But I get to see Jamie and Sparky can bite me, so I don't know. All right, what do you think, Tommy? I'm worried about this one. I don't know. I don't believe in that defense. I don't like the scheme.
If it was played in Wisconsin, I'd take Wisconsin. But I'm taking Alabama.
Alabama. Tommy did it. All right. How much time I got, Wild Man?
4 minutes.
How many?
4.
What? All right. Penn State, Villanova. Penn State, big. I'm a believer in Penn State this year.
I really am impressed with Penn State's non-conference schedule.
Hey, he's smart. He knows what he's doing. Oregon, man. Oregon might be the real deal. Oregon, Northwestern, that's going to get ugly.
Yeah.
Oregon.
It's at Northwestern. Central Michigan at Michigan. I don't know. This is a toss-up. Eddie's Michigan team is pathetic.
This is kind of like South Alabama going to Auburn, but Michigan will pull it out.
Yeah, Michigan big. Michigan, I'm just saying.
They'll bounce back.
Yeah, I like Michigan. Hey, who called and you said to call back? Was that Michigan Eddie?
No. No.
Okay. Call back. Whoever called, give us a call, 215-6290. Wildcat had to cut you off because we had Andy Burcham on. Somebody asked me about that.
I explained that to him.
Thank you, sir. You're so sweet. All right, let's get these other ones in. How much time? Take
2 minutes.
Let's take a break. Come up and finish up with these picks. Let's talk about, man, I tell you what, and Tommy, I know you support all these different vendors that we have, all these different wonderful people. Pat Perno, City Commissioner, Lynn Haven. You and Louise love eating there. So do I. The Beef O'Brady's, the way they treat you like family. TV's everywhere. The great place to go watch all college football, NFL games with Pat Perno. He does a great job as City Commissioner also. And if you got a big party, you want to order a bunch, and they do this all the time. People order all these. I'm talking about huge orders of wings. Do it, man. Beef O'Brady's, their wings are incredible. Take advantage of that. Take them home, have a big party. Better yet, go there and have a great time. All you Mosley Dolphins before the game. Get there early, have yourself a little pep rally. If you're not going to games, still wear your Mosley shirts, get down there and have a great time at Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. You're already out there anyway. Go see Russ and Amber. Go get you a piece of fine jewelry. Tommy, you've shopped there all the time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Tommy's got stock in the place.
Tommy's good. You know what? Tommy is a great man. He treats people well.
And you know what? It's time. It is time to get your watch battery changed.
Yes, it
get
is.
That time.
Yes,
you're right.
You're
right.
Free jewelry cleaning.
Glad you remind me of that.
Free jewelry cleaning, free jewelry inspection. David Adamson, designer jewelry, 830 Highway 77 in Lynn.
I want somebody to buy me a beautiful gold necklace with an Alabama A on it.
There you go,
Tommy. Anyway, also, 1 in 5 develop skin cancer can be deadly. Go see Dr. Ward. Listen to him every Wednesday, 7:30 right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. The legendary J. Michael's Restaurant, Jason Kovaleski tomorrow. Can't wait to visit with Jason. Love that man. Great locals, taking care of locals. That's Jason Kovaleski. Played high school football, basketball at Bay High School, Maxfield Sports Nutrition, Pier Park, and 23rd Street. Try it before you buy it. 4 wonderful newbie locations. Love John and Charlotte. Also, the legend, the man, the myth, the legend, one of the first doctors ever trained in robotic surgery. People come from all around to be operated on this guy. The legendary Chad Mitchell. Tommy, 26 years on Bay County sidelines. 26 years. That's incredible.
Yeah, it's always comforting to know that Chad's there on the sideline.
Yes, sir. I love that man. That head shines at night. He's unbelievable. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. This is the Chad Mitchell Update. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
One of these days.
Mornings on ESPN Northwest Florida just got unsportsmanlike.
We spent so much of the offseason, anytime we talked about the Eagles, asking the question as to why Jalen Hurts was so low on these QB rankings. At this moment, it is more likely that Jalen Hurts catches up to Patrick Mahomes than it is Patrick Mahomes catches up to Tom Brady. That's where we're at right now.
Evan, Canty, and Michelle. Weekdays 5 to 7 on ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Thursday. For this afternoon and evening, mostly sunshine and a high of 88 with a gentle breeze around 9 miles per hour out of the north-northeast. Tonight, clear skies with lows around 72. Tomorrow, sunny with a light breeze and a temperature near 89. Moving into Saturday, about the same with a high of 88 and sunny. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Golf is a game that should be fun, but to have the most fun, you need to play your best. That's where the experts at Golf Plus come in. Their friendly staff will guide you through the buying process, answer all your questions, and can help with any repairs you need along the way. Golf Plus is your custom fitting, club repair, and golf retail shop. Golf Plus staff is non-commissioned and will work with you to find the best product for your game, just like they've been doing since 1988. Golf Plus in Panama City Beach. Fitting, repair, retail. That's Golf Plus.
Are you looking for a place to take a leak? Do you have a truck, tractor, or other hydraulic equipment leaking or not performing as it should? At Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, we can get you back to work. Do you have a busted or leaking hose? We can typically replace them while you wait. Hydraulic cylinder or pump needing repair? In many cases, we can have it back to you the next day. Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, 6840 Highway 77 in Southport, just south of Tractor Supply. The best place in town to take a leak.
I don't always talk to Alabama fans, but when I do, I ask for large fries. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
You get to see when you go to it. Well, in my opinion, who you are.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Let's jump into these picks. Give us a call, 215-6290. Tommy Santamont, Jeremy Pridgeon with us this morning. And I tell you what, they are experts. They are really sharp on their picks. You want to listen to this. Now, we're not talking points now. Make sure you, when you bet Vegas style, they don't just let you pick a winner. They want the point spreads and all that kind of stuff. All right, let's go into the big one. Florida at LSU. I want to pick the Gators. If the only reason I don't pick them tomorrow, it would be because the game's being played on Saturday night in Baton Rouge. Hey, it doesn't happen to you. It happens for you. Go back to Ohio State. You're losing to Michigan. That changed the entire life of that head football coach and those players. They regrouped. They came out and turned that negative situation into a positive. That set back to a comeback, and they win the national championship. I do think Florida has a lot of good football players. I am concerned about the defensive front somewhat. If they can shut down the running attack and make one-dimensional, just make LSU throw the ball, even though that is their strength, I think Florida can pull the upset. What do you say about that, Jeremy? Am I way off on this? Can Florida actually pull this thing off? Wild things have happened when these two teams play.
So I think it was Mike Godfrey who said the first four notes of "Hold That Tiger" on the LSU band can make the hair stand on a dead man's chest, and I think that's what's going to happen on Saturday night. So,
all right,
Tigers,
LSU. You didn't even think twice about that. LSU gets it done, and they are back. By the way, Tommy,
I think Lagway's going to have a career day against LSU, but LSU's going to win.
You had me believing you were going to get that. I didn't like that. That was mean. All right, LSU gets it done. All right, let's go to the next big one. You cannot. Now, Conrad sent me some information. I appreciate that, Conrad Mood. Here's the latest on four. Two of the Georgia four offensive linemen, two of the four are probable. The other two are questionable. Usually when they say questionable, some people mean that's not going to play. It's Saban. It was the opposite way.
Who they're playing.
Yeah, I just, when you count Georgia out, when you don't think Kirby Smart's team's very good, And I do think Tennessee's got a chance. Tennessee runs in streaks. They're getting ready to run a big streak on Bama. It started last year when they beat Bama. I think it continues this year. Can they start one on Georgia? Yes, they can. Does Tennessee get it done against the Georgia Bulldogs?
Is it at Tennessee?
It's at Tennessee. Game day's there. Dolly Parton is the guest picker. How about that? I knew you would look up. I knew you would look
attention.
up. Yes, sir, baby. I got
wonder
to
who she's going to pick.
Huh?
I wonder who she'll pick.
Rocky Top, you'll always be home, sweet home to me. Who you got? That's pretty good.
I think the Vols actually get it done here. Georgia.
Wow.
Georgia had.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think there's enough with the home crowd there.
Dang, Jeremy, I can't believe that. You don't believe in Kirby. Kirby, I want to apologize for that. I believe in Kirby. Who you got?
I've got to go with the Georgia Bulldogs. I can't go back to Georgia if I do. No.
Yeah, you are your buddies.
Yeah.
All right, we got one pick in Tennessee. We got one pick in Georgia. That is the game.
Now, who you picking?
I'll let you know tomorrow.
You gonna wait Saturday night?
It's hard for me to go against Kirby. I love that man. I love him. All right, this is going to be a game. I got a feeling that Georgia Tech might do it. I love Dabo. They got beat. They sleptwalked against Troy. They were down, 17-0? Now, they got all that out of the system? Probably so. He's a great motivator, great coach. But they're going to go into Atlanta. And I don't think they're playing in the Mercedes. I think they're playing actually at Grant Field. Was it Grant Field?
Yep.
So, Tommy, Georgia Tech out of the ACC, big ACC game versus Dabo, one of the greatest coaches of all time. Who do you got?
I got the quarterback at Clemson is going to go absolutely crazy. I'm picking Clemson without a doubt.
Ooh, Clemson.
Could be big.
Clemson big. Dabo has them prepared. I don't think it'd be big.
When Jordan was little and he saw Clemson in the end zone, he saw the paw there and he called it the puppy paws. And so every time he sees Clemson, I doesn't understand that the Tigers, but it's going to be the puppy paws big here for him to go with Jordan's pick.
All right. You got, all right.
Yeah, Clemson big.
I can't talk you out of anything. All right. The other big game, it's huge. Miami at home. South Florida, the guy can coach at South Florida. Give him credit. They got players at South Florida. They go to Miami. They're used to the heat. They're in Tampa. No big deal.
Yeah.
What's gonna this could be interesting. Who you like?
I like South Florida, but Miami's gonna win.
Miami gets it done. Beck is on fire. Gets it done.
They got better players without a doubt than South Florida.
They always seem to screw something up.
As strange as it sounds, I actually thought South Florida had a better chance against Miami than they do against Florida. And, we've gotten familiar with this program because Alabama happens to be tied up in this 3-game series with them. Yeah. They play hard-nosed defense, try to minimize their mistakes, and they played about as well as you could play to pull off the upset at Florida. The issue is, they talk about a 24-hour rule. What's the hangover going into Gainesville to now turn around and go to Coral Gables? And getting them back down to earth is going to be the challenge. They could be up. They could be losing 21-0. Go, but we beat Florida last week. I think that's what you got with 18 to 22.
Didn't the point spread 17, something like that.
So
don't touch that.
That's crazy.
The Hurricanes get it done simply because South Florida's got their head in the clouds.
You made a great point. I was with you. I thought the same thing. And the reason being, you go into Gainesville, that play, if you've never been there, it's one of the loudest, if not the loudest stadium in the country. It's like Saturday night in Baton Rouge. That place, they're on top of it. It's unbelievable loud. And I thought that would be the difference, that they would not beat Florida in Gainesville because of the crowd, because it's in Gainesville. If they go to Miami, you don't have that. You don't have that loud. I thought they would take care of Miami and not Florida. But now that they did beat Florida at Florida, I think that wakes up Miami players. I think they know when they're for a dogfight. So I'm kind of guys. I'm leaning with you guys on this. I do kind of think Miami's going to take care of business on this one. But they've been some. These are. What game are you looking forward the most to? Tennessee. Tennessee. What the heck was it? Tennessee, Georgia, or Alabama, Wisconsin? What's the big game for you this week?
Alabama, Wisconsin early, obviously, but I'm intrigued by the A&M Notre Dame game and the LSU Florida game.
To me, it's Florida LSU. I just don't.
I'll be back and forth between those two.
I just think Billy Napier. I think the kids like him. I think they're going to circle the wagons, and I think you're going to see a different team this week. But are they good enough to beat LSU at LSU? Regardless, that's a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. And I'm looking forward to watching Alabama, Wisconsin. Because I just don't know what to expect from that team. I just don't trust that team.
And very stealthy out there. Vandy, South Carolina could be a really good ball game.
Yes, sir. Keep an eye on that one, too. It won't shock me at all if Vandy wins that game.
And Texas A&M and Notre Dame is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
That's a very interesting game.
And Notre Dame loses that one. To me, they got one more tough game, and that's USC. Because USC's off. USC's pretty good this year. They've done a good job recruiting. They got some good transfer in there. USC's going to have a better year than people think. If they get through this one and they beat USC, they're in a play. They lose this one and lose to North Carolina, are they in with 3 losses? No. I don't think so.
No.
If anybody would be, it would be them, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Remember I said Florida would be the first team with 3 losses to get in? I don't know now.
No.
And you see the rest of that schedule?
Not with that one.
Can you believe they got LSU? Then they've got Miami, at LSU. Then they get Texas at home. Then the next one, they go to A&M. And we might be talking about A&M Sunday like, wow, did you see them beat Notre Dame?
They got Florida State, but Florida State
the end of the year.
There.
Yeah. That schedule is brutal. Georgia. But if they do it, they win the rest of them. Or how many they got 1 loss? They still that 9-3 they won't get in. That's South Florida won't get in.
That South Florida loss hurts them bad.
Yeah. Hello. Good morning. How are you doing? Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, okay. How much time we got? 2 minutes. What was it? What is that? Sign language?
It's 2 minutes and stretch it out a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Teams that I had something I want to get. Teams that look like the real deal, like real contenders. What do you think about this? They came up with 10 of them. They think that it really, truly can make the playoffs and really, truly could do something like a championship. Number 10 was South Florida. Can they really make the playoffs? Their schedule, they get through this one, the rest of the way is pretty easy.
Beat Miami, I think they got a chance.
So they got a shot.
If they beat Miami, then and that may be the way to get some focus, guys. Our conference schedule's not going to get us there, but we can backdoor in among the group of 5.
Yeah. Coming at number 9 was Texas. Absolutely, they can get in. Number 8, Utah. Yep. Number 7, Georgia. Yes. Number 6, Miami. Yes. Number 5, can Florida State really get in the playoffs and win a championship? Yes, they can get in. Yes, they can win the ACC. The national championship, do they have enough passing offense to get it done?
Who knows? It's early. That can develop.
Yeah, they can develop.
Castellanos, he can throw it now.
Would that not be the biggest story in college football if FSU wins it this year? Unbelievable.
Malzahn says he's got one of the strongest arms he's ever coached.
Number 4, Oregon. Absolutely, Oregon win it. Number 3, Penn State. Number 2, this one says number 2, LSU. We'll know more about LSU Saturday night.
Saturday night, first.
Yeah, and number 1, I'm with them. I'm thinking after watching so far this year, it's Ohio State. Right now, early in the year, I think the best team in the country.
Where was Penn State now? Did you say them?
Number 3. LSU was number 2. These by these experts. These like Jeremy Pridgeon people, Tommy Sandomont people making these calls here. 30 seconds. Jeremy, tell me about your church. Where are you located?
First United Methodist Church, Panama City, 8:15, 9:30, 10:45 every Sunday morning. Come join us.
Tell you what, he does a great job, no doubt about that. Tommy, we got you next week.
That's my second kill.
What was that?
It's a hog.
Yep, very good.
Looked like a big dog to me. All right, you guys have a great day. God bless you. Remember the people 9/11 and Bear Bryant's birthday. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida is your college football headquarters for the biggest and best games of the week.
It's a touchdown!
Huge rivalries and your favorite teams in the SEC, ACC, and